What's up, Scyushi Squad? We back in some more Trove. Sorry there was no video yesterday. Like you guys may or may have caught in my last stream, I pretty much said that I was weirdly under the weather. Like, I think I'm sick, but I don't feel sick. It's more so I have the urge to work and make videos for you guys, but my throat is just like weirdly tight, so I've kind of just held off from doing it. It's just weirdly uncomfortable. Even right now I am, but I gotta get this video out to you guys regardless, so who cares. But anyways, we got the Love Bug event going on today. That's what we're gonna be talking about. Yeah, okay, so we're actually in the geode area because this is going to be the first part of the actual objectives and quest line. Now, the thing that's really cool about this event is basically it's going to be the exact same as we had last year. So those of you that have been around with Trove for a long enough time, you already know what you're getting into as far as this Heckbug event is concerned. And oh my god, it is, as far as I'm concerned, this is the peak of what Trove events should be like. Like, every event should be like this, because not only is it kind of fun, but on top of that, it's most of all the fact that free-to-play players can end up getting really good items out of it. And a lot of the items, although available in a pay-to-win pack, can be obtained as a free-to-play player, and that's kind of the interesting thing. Of course, there is the normal Heckbug event pack is going to show up for you guys, which we'll talk about that in a bit. It's going to have the Monarch Mount and stuff like that. But then there's also going to end up being this new Heckbug Huddle pack, and we'll see if we have time to review this in today's video. Otherwise, if we don't have time to strap this on to today's event video, just because the event itself is going to take a little bit longer to explain than you would think, I'll definitely have a separate video that will review this pack, just so that you guys know, because this is definitely going to end up being a limited time pack that will end up going away. So anyways, before we get into the event video, I gotta let you guys know, if you're new to Trove, use that sign up link that's down in the description. It doesn't change anything to do with the game. It just means that anytime you end up buying anything out of the shop, I'll make a percentage of that sale. It's an awesome way you can support me, help me to pay the bills by literally just playing the game and buying things that you would otherwise buy. And speaking of buying things, this is very rare. I gotta let you guys know that we actually have a sale on credits going on right now, and that is not, you don't see that very often. Okay, so capitalize on it. If you need credits, now is the time to grab them. I originally ended up just grabbing this pack just super duper quick, and then I realized that the credits were on sale, and I was like, oh, well, better stock up now. But then again, I'm a freak who's gonna keep playing this game until I'm dead. But credit pouches, on the other hand, aren't on sale. When those go on sale, oh my god, you have to capitalize. But I think that they should end up going on sale soon, because honestly speaking, if you are a pay-to-win player and you try to sell credit pouches, I mean, look at these prices on PC. This is ridiculous. Insane, dude. But anyways, thanks to Game Ago for the opportunity, and thanks to you fine, beautiful people who have gone that extra mile, because it has sincerely helped me to pay the bills here and there. It's awesome. So anyways, getting started with the event. It's weird, because the start of the event says Lonely Critters Club in the Geode. Okay, cool. So anyways, what you basically got to do is go over to the Geode Hub, which is going to be right here on your atlas. And then the spawn is going to be right over there on that bridge. So you just come over to the side over here. I have to explain it, because you'd be surprised how many people don't even go into the geode caves anymore. And then you're going to have to get a stockpile of critter treats, curing kits, and comfort blankets. Because these are going to be items that you're going to end up using to basically help out the critters that are in each of these different caves. So for those that don't know the geode caves, I have other tutorials that talk about in depth, just because the geode caves are something completely separate from the rest of the game. It's really weird, but at the same time, I like the thing that's funny is going through these geode caves again, I remembered how cool these were and how like different they are. They actually have some of the best music in Trove's game and the nicest ambience and everything like that. And I wish that they had this kind of chill vibe going on in the delves. I say that, but the thing is, when you're in the geode caves, it kind of forces you to just chill out and relax, you know? You're just kind of going around and mining, you're moving at a snail's pace, and it's kind of disgusting. And it just made me think, like, why did they think that mixing this with delves was going to end up being a good thing? So anyways, here's one of the critters right now. So there's a couple different options that you can end up coming across. This one's hungry, so we'll literally throw the meat down on the ground. It ends up healing his health bar, but you can't see it because it's inside the block, and boop, that would have ended up giving us a point. If they are a point point towards the objective, I mean. If they are going to end up being cold, you'll throw down a blanket. You'll see a little snow icon. If they need healing, you'll see a broken bone, which implies, dreadfully so, that the creatures in Trove actually have anatomy and they have bones and guts and stuff, which is very strange. And then sometimes you can end up having the little critter that has a chest icon on top of him. You just laser his tummy. Basically, he's like, tickle me for treasure, and you just laser him, and then he goes, ha ha ha, this is painful, and he gives you a bunch of jewels, and then he goes away. So anyways, you gotta do that to 25 different critters. Yep. And then you'll end up getting the preserved POW meat. So this is going to end up being the bare bones of the entirety of the event. Before you end up getting to the next part, I'm getting ahead of myself here by going into the volcanic biome. But basically they want you to throw the meat on the ground a couple times, just show that you know how to play a video game. So you just throw that down. It's kind of weird and gross because it's a weirdly like realistic piece of meat that also just seems to have blood coming off of it. Okay, whatever. Throw it down on the ground twice. You're going to get 15 dragon coins out of it. And then you have to deal with the Heckbug infestations on Dragonfire Peaks. So Dragonfire Peaks is now going to be chock full of these little freaks right here. It's really easy to notice them because of the video effects of their hearts. And honestly speaking, they seem to have fixed the spawn rates of these guys, because I remember last year it was kind of the same as most events where they were only in certain chunks. Now they just seem to be across the board, like everywhere, and it's beautiful. I don't know why that one was able to be destroyed right. Oh, I know why. Okay, so basically what the preserved meat is going to do is you throw it down, and you see how I have an extra ally right here, the little red one. He's just gonna follow me around for a limited amount of time, and then you'll just have to throw down the meat to refresh it. And basically what's going on is while they have the heart barrier, they're invincible. So what happens is your little ally, if he ever scurries on over here, interacts with them. You see it broke its heart, so it broke the barrier, and thus we can kill it. The thing is that the little ally does have to come in contact with them. So honestly speaking, what you can do is just throw down your meat right beside the creature, and you know, Bob's your uncle. Then you end up getting the heart to end up breaking super duper easily. What I want to try and end up happening is getting them to love me, because that's kind of the rarer thing. So there you see the heart didn't break, the barrier did, but he is my friend even though he's attacking me. But that's just because the game is kind of glitchy. And while he ended up falling in love with my little bug ally, he ended up actually giving us some skittering heart boxes. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. This will be important later. So anyways, they just want you to basically interact with 20 of them. I don't know whether or not they want you to have them fall in love, or it's just about having them interact with the meat, but you gotta do it to 20 of them, and then you'll get 15 bound brilliance. And then they want you to loot skittering heart boxes from Heckbugs. So they only want you to loot 10 of them. You should already have that amount by the time you end up getting to that point, and then you'll get a 9th life out of it. All right, so the next part of the event wants you to defend against an infestation invasion. So basically, if you don't know, this is something that perpetually happens with Trove, like all the time. There's supposed to be like an 8-minute timer or something like that before the invaders end up coming down from the sky, if you guys didn't already know. And during this love bug event, we've actually got a different custom enemy going to end up coming down for the invasion. And you're going to have to defend yourself or fight and kill 5 of them. So it pays to be in a public world, because you're just going to find that if anyone's even remotely nearby, you'll end up getting the you'll get the point for the kill, even though you're not even like near that person and didn't tag the enemy or anything. And then after you end up defeating 5 of them, you're going to end up getting the Heckbug baby ally, which is actually brand new. That is going to end up being the new part of this event. So they want you to summon the Heckbug baby, and that's going to be this little thing right here. Kind of adorable. I don't know. I don't really like it. I just don't tell anybody. But yeah, he's not bad. The stats is just going to be 2 flash capacity, 7 jumps, so it's not really anything super duper handy or crazy. But once you end up equipping it, you're going to end up getting 25 crystalline cores, so that's actually that's pretty good, honestly speaking. Then they want you to help 5 love bugs find love. So basically now they want you to end up having 5 of them actually fall in love. So you would just end up wandering around and basically just keep doing the same thing that you were doing before, and it's just going to only count when they end up actually, you know, falling for your little guy, instead of that where his heart was broken and then his body was broken. So you got to do that to 5 of them. You can get a bunch of different items out of it while you're doing it, which we'll talk about momentarily. And then you will end up getting 6 lunar souls. So that's actually not bad. And then finally, the last objective of the event is they want you to open 150 lock boxes. Now, the thing that's interesting is, if I'm not mistaken, this was the same as last year as well. It can be any box in the game. I'm pretty sure it can even be gem boxes. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be anything related to the event or what have you. You know, it literally is just open it 150 boxes in the game. And then you'll end up getting a Builder's Superior Focus, which is a pretty good reward, honestly speaking. Now, onto the meaty bits. So here's the interesting thing, is that while you're actually end up getting the love bugs to end up falling in love with you, not only will you end up getting these skittering heart boxes, which, okay, cool. The skittering heart boxes can end up dropping this mount right here. So this is going to end up just being the pink one, the bashful love bug. This was years and years and years ago. They ended up having this added into the game. And then there was just the origin of the mount. This one right here was actually a cross-promotion mount, where originally you had to play another game that was owned by Tryon Worlds. Game Ago now owns the entirety of the company because Tryon Worlds is bankrupt. But basically you had to play that other game in order to get this mount in Trove, because these are creatures that were based off of that other game. Okay, cool, whatever. So that is irrelevant. That doesn't exist anymore. As far as I know, you can just get this as a drop from the love bugs when they end up falling in love with you. So that, you know, that's pretty cool. And you can also end up getting not the little red ally that you see right there. That's actually tied to my little meat. If I unequip my meat, is it still? No, it's still there. But the little electric ally right there, that's going to end up being a drop that you can end up getting. The stats are just going to be 5 movement speed, 8% to health regen, whatever. Most of all, you're using it just because it's a really cool ally. Like, I really like the look of all of these little guys, you know? They just look cute, as well as, I don't know, competent in the battle arena. Sure, let's go with that. So then there's going to end up being, well, the one of these is the real one. I forget, but the red one, like, this is the actual ally itself that you can see. So this is going to end up being another item that you can get as a random drop. The whole thing that's cool too is all of these are tradable. So that's going to end up just giving 5 movement speed. Damaging enemies has a chance to blast them with fire. Not really going to be using these allies for the sake of doing damage or anything like that. It's just for coolness sake, right? And then again, the love bug that you actually get out of the boxes. And then there's going to end up being this gold one right here. Now this one, I don't know whether or not, I think the gold is pack exclusive. This mount is not. This is a mount that you can end up finding by making the love bugs end up falling in love with you. So hey, cool, whatever. The gold ally, somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that is exclusive to the pack that I don't currently see in the store, because I already had it from last year. The thing is too that the pack itself is going to end up giving you basically all of the allies and all the mounts that I ended up just showing you guys previously. So it's kind of like a quick little pay to win, get, you know, skip over the event. Maybe you don't have time to do it or whatever. The other thing too that's kind of interesting is if you have all of them, then obviously if you end up getting any extra drops, them being tradable means that you might be able to make some flux. And speaking of which, here's going to end up being the gold one, which again, I'm pretty sure is exclusive to the pack. It makes sense that the gold one would be, because, you know, it's behind a paywall, so gold associated with money, whatever, okay. But that doesn't really matter, because, I mean, if you checked out the event last year, you're going to be excited to see that the Monarch is back again this year. So this is going to end up being out of the pack that I mentioned. It's not here right now. I do have a video on the other Heckbug pack, so I'll put a link in the description to that. But this bad boy right here can actually drop as well from the Heckbugs that are out in the world. And I think this was actually going for like 2 or 3 mil flux, so you can actually make a pretty decent amount from it. Of course, the trade-off is that Now that the event is going on, everybody's got this mount, so the price is still up there, but it's definitely going to get a lot slower, or lower, I mean, not slower. And of course, it's going to end up being a Dreadnought mount reskin, and it is probably one of the absolute coolest mounts in the entire game. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, look at this thing. It's just atrociously beautiful, dude. I absolutely love it. And the fact that you can grind this free to play is insane. Hey, there's those invaders that I was talking about. And speaking of which, I ended up actually getting a couple allies as a random drop, and I did end up getting myself a Monarch. And like I said, the cool thing about this event is that all of these are going to end up being tradable as well. So yeah. Anyways, that's, I think, going to cover it as far as the entirety of the Heckbug event is concerned. Unfortunately, we didn't have as much time as I thought we would today to talk about the new pack, which is right here. So I'll make a separate video highlighting that just so that we can kind of get to the point in that video. It's probably going to be a lot shorter because it's just going to be a quick pack review. But anyways, I hope that you found this video helpful, and I hope I covered everything. Sorry if I rambled a little bit, but again, being a little under the weather makes me kind of, you know, I'm not really as focused and sharp when it comes to my commentary. But anyways, I still hope that you found this video helpful regardless. So anyways, if you did, smash like, sub for more, buy the merch you want to support the channel, and have a great day. Sign on and stay epic, gamers.